light so off. It's like the light in here is if you were to take this light and wrap it in a cloth baby diaper full of shit.
I was like, where are you going with that?
Are we recording right now?
Yeah, no, we're definitely recording.
I really need to get better at this stuff.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Welcome to the pre-show. That's how we get weird. So, this is a show where we talk about all the shit that we don't want to talk about on our other show. So, everybody?
Mine's a bottle this week, so.
And I actually hit it this time now.
You did? That's good.
So, I only missed twice, guys. Only missed twice.
Your wife will be so proud.
Yeah. She made fun of me.
Do you like lime in your beer?
No.
No?
But this beer is some beer that we got from Orlando, and we brought it back with us. So it's sitting in a hot car.
Yep.
And then I threw it in the fridge, and now it tastes weird.
See,
so it's in a hot car for like 8 hours.
Mine, the same thing. It was in the car, and then we brought it back, and I put it back in the fridge, and mine's okay. But it's Bud Light Lime, so there's nothing like crazy.
Yours can't get worse.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it has lime in it. That's a little better.
That doesn't make it better. That's
I had a Stella at dinner. Okay, leave me alone.
So it's half dinner, half beer, because it's got your fruit groups in it. And wheat and water.
I mean, right? A little bit of fruit
some of your
in
food
there.
groups. Mine has beer. So
yours is beer. Beer.
All right.
Down.
So oh gosh.
All right, so I guess
that is so bad.
You're gonna need something else for the other show. Is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might even go during this show. I don't even know. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and I disappear, it's because I had to go get something else. Or if my voice gets scratchy and I really don't know what's going on, it's because I'm downstairs.
Perfect.
So, Tank, what are we doing this week on the pre-show?
Why are you asking me? You're the one who set this one up.
Ooh, I did set this one up, but you're supposed to be the know-it-all. You're the mind. I'm the mouth. We know this. We know this. But the mind apparently can't wrap his mind around Star Ocean.
Ubisoft? No. Who did this? Square Enix?
Square Enix,
That's
actually.
Square Enix.
So,
who does Final Fantasy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was literally my next sentence.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you got it.
Star Ocean's done by Square Enix, who also does the Final Fantasy games. I'll edit the other parts out. Don't worry about it.
So, yeah, if you're listening, I just gave Tank. He's number one. So, we've been playing Star Ocean. It's made by Square Enix, as Tank said. But the thing that I find most interesting about this mobile launch, right? So it is a mobile game. You can find it on iOS. You can find it on Android. It's free in the App Store. It's free in the Play Store. The thing that I find most interesting about this game is that it's more Final Fantasy than the Final Fantasy mobile games. It's more mainstream.
I never played
Final
any
Fantasy.
of the Final Fantasy games, mobile or console.
So the console games kind of evolved. Like, I'm not going to say they did. They did evolve JRPGs with Final Fantasy VII, right? Like, Final Fantasy VII is that game that kind of set the next level for all JRPGs. So, and RPGs in general. I'll be as bold as to say that because I love that game. But then they started evolving with, Final Fantasy 9, 10, 11. They just came out with 15 a few years ago.
It's ridiculous how many of those games there are.
Yeah, there are so many. But they are good games.
Sure.
But in this game, it's kind of it's an RPG. So you have your weapons, you have your equipment, you have your characters. You don't get to make your own character. You have to choose one. And this game still has that mobile kind of like luck of the draw, right? So, okay, lottery every day. Who do I get? Type thing. But it's a live action. So it's like you're running around It's not like, oh, do an attack, a
Right.
spell,
It's
or
not
whatever.
completely turn-based.
Right. It's live RPG rather than a turn-based RPG, which is kind of how Final Fantasies are going nowadays.
Right.
So that's what really brought me in to Star Ocean, because I saw it, I was like, I'll give it a shot. The first battle, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Like, this is cool. Like, so yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
So my problem, part of the reason that I didn't play as much of this game as Jason did, is for me, and I don't know, maybe you didn't feel this way, is the beginning of this game is so dense. There's so much story and explaining how to play the game. Not that there's like that many like buttons you have to know, but just like the fact there's kind of a lot. There seems to be a lot of mechanics.
Are there?
I mean, okay, yeah, I guess you could play it just like run up and button smash.
That's what I've been doing.
See, okay, so that's the difference. Right? I'm sitting here like listening to this little bear robot thing tell me how to play the game, and there's just all this crazy story and this huge backstory, and it just felt dense, and it turned me off. I was hoping to like at least, games like this, if there's going to be kind of a lot, I want to get into the first fight very quickly, and I want to know what this game is going to be about, and then we can and then if you want to fill in backstory or do some more like tutorial stuff, like that's okay. But I need to be hooked right from the get go, because I'm very ADD when it comes to mobile games. Like, I don't play any mobile game for more than a few months.
Right.
And so it's got to hook me like right from the beginning. And this one felt dense and kind of turned me off of it. I went back to it a few times, and even the more I played it, it just didn't do. I don't know. Maybe it's just not my kind of game. It just wasn't for me. But it was very hard for me to get into.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's why at first I was thinking the same as you. I was like, man, this bear is annoying. Like, just shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I don't care about this anime that you're trying to set up and these ladies that are half dressed. I don't care about that. What I don't want any ladies half dressed in this game. Like, let's put them in real combat attire. Yeah. How about that? Like, let's do that. But yeah, I just skimmed through that stuff, and I've gotten so I have a ton of characters, right? Because they give you one free daily, and the draws are not as it's not as wide a range of characters as some other games out there yet. They have a lot of characters to choose from with all of Star Ocean, and they just saw their first new character set just come out 2 days ago, something like that. When you're watching this, 3 or 4 days ago, whatever. But it was enough to get my 3 characters. So you have a party of 3. I leveled them. I maxed their level out for the first tier or whatever. So I can pretty much blast through story mode, no problem. And the fun part for me now is doing the challenges every day. So it's like, oh, defeat this many, and the enemy is level 100. Okay, all of my guys are level 60, and now I have to start,
right?
Actually developing some kind of strategy to beat this thing. And it's a quick battle. It's like 1-2 minute tops. So that's what keeps me engaged in this game. It's like, okay, I know how to fight with this character. I know his tricks. I know all the things he does. Now I'm going to start doing these events, and they're just going to like compound over time. And you get the experience, you get, stuff like that from the events. You get a lot more than the story mode. So that's what keeps me engaged. Like, every day, I'll pick it up, play for a few minutes, and then kind of put it away. So I guess let's get into the grading.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So graphics wise.
No, I will say graphics. It's a very pretty game. Like, especially for kind of like you saying, it's not turn based. The live action. You're kind of running around and swinging your sword or whatever. Graphics were very nice, very smooth, very well done. So what do we do out of 5? I don't even remember.
Yeah, 5.
I mean a solid 4. It's a pretty game. Like, I'll give him to that. I'll give that to him.
I don't even remember what I graded Dragon Ball Z at. I would say whatever I gave Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's just as good as Dragon Ball Z,
good
for sure.
Looking. Dragon Ball Z was very, very good looking. This game is also beautiful, beautiful. I love the 2D art, like the character art, as well as in-game 3D art. Like they both look great.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome looking. So yeah, I'd give that whatever I give Dragon Ball Z. So for lack of a better rating, let's say 4.5. So okay. So from there, let's go straight into the play. You know, how does gameplay? How do you feel about it?
What's the last category?
So playability, like just pick up and play.
Well, it's a pickup. Okay, so it's pickup and gameplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gameplay.
So right now we're doing gameplay. So for me, gameplay. I mean, I don't know. I can't give it a very comprehensive grade because I didn't make it past the pickup stage, honestly. So I'm just gonna leave mine as a question mark, and I'll let you answer.
That beer is rotten. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. There's something dead in there. It tastes like butt. There's something in there. But for me, the gameplay for this game, it's not dead. It doesn't taste like butt. The gameplay for me, I like these kind of games. I like being able to put a team together, put armor on them, put different abilities, different weapons, stuff like that. Being able to co-op with multiplayer as well. That's in beta now, but if all four of us wanted to play together, the nerds from work, we could do that and start doing these boss battles together, multiplayer. But I think it's great. Like, I love the ability to, level up the character, but then also, put weapons and abilities on these characters and change out their different magic and stuff, like their special attacks. And then take that character into battle. Like, to me, I really like that. So the gameplay, I love it. I think it's fluid. You can play it with one hand. To me, it's good. I really like it. And the fact that I don't have to turn my phone sideways.
That is interesting.
I like that. I can keep it vertical because when you're playing a game, you're in line at the DMV, right? So if I'm I don't go to the DMV often, but just an example. Wherever you're at, you're in line and you turn it sideways. Everyone
knows you're playing. It wasn't one of the dude who, when they did the Skyrim game, was talking about that.
Yes. So it's like you turn it sideways. Everyone knows what you're doing. You were playing a game or trying to watch porno. One or the other. You should really only be doing one in line. So, this game, you can keep it vertical. You can play on your phone. You could, it's short games. Like the events are short, the matches are short. Boom, boom, boom. No big deal. So I give the gameplay a solid 4.
Cool.
All right, pick up and play. You are not gonna like this one, but pick up and play.
No, I mean, I give it a 2 for me. If you want, I'm a person who want to play in a game. If you're gonna give me story, I want to be able to sit down and enjoy the story. And it was just too dense. It was too much to get into. It was too hard for me to get into playing the game. I gotta give it. I mean, and it's not to say that that it's like the worst thing ever. It just, for me, it was just I have to give it a 2.
So for me, you guys know me. He's the mind, I'm the mouth. I skipped all that junk. I don't care, right? Like, I don't care about whatever planet you're from, little teddy bear, dog, robot. I don't care, okay? I just want to kill monsters. That's it. I want to kill big-ass monsters. That's all. Don't care about anything else. So for me, to be able to pick it up, move with one hand, strike by tapping, hit your special abilities, use your rush, that's it. Not hard. And then you could just power through. I mean, I've done like 3 or 4 different stages already, like worlds, I guess is how they're doing it in that game. But it's not that hard. So I give it, honestly, I give it a 4. There is a learning curve.
Sweet.
Because you have to know, like, okay, these are what go together. This is what this is. But I mean, pick up and play for a mindless robot like me. Easy. So, yeah. I think that's a pretty solid review by me on Star Ocean. Tank didn't really contribute much this time.
It's just not my kind of game.
It's not for everyone. Kind of like crabs. I meant like snow crabs, dude. Like Joe's Crab Shack.
Right.
Not everybody likes to work for their food. But the other kind of crabs, watch out for that too. That shouldn't be for everyone.
That shit will bite you.
It shouldn't, no. But, hey, if you want to catch our co-hosts on the Nerds from Work, they may have crabs. Brandon lives in Boston, so...
Hey,
I mean, technically it could be anything. Yeah, we're about to go do that show. So catch us on that show tomorrow. I know that you're listening to this one on your way home. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button on iTunes, hit it on YouTube, hit it on all those different platforms. Actually, hit it on all of them. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, please. Because this week, I'm promising you, there's going to be some cool stuff, all right? Going to be some announcements. There's more stuff coming down the line from our channel. We've got our Dungeons & Dragons game coming up. We've got a lot of guests coming through. You're definitely going to want to stick to this channel, all right? So hit the subscribe button, follow us, do all those things. Social media is in the below link. And thanks. Let's go drink with our friends.
Let's go drink.
Aye, aye.